Hey, so I'm going to be reviewing your two replay codes here today. Just for reference, I'm a diamond support player, and I play all the heroes that you picked for these two games. So I should be able to give you lots of help. Alari is probably my least chosen hero out of all the ones you've played, but I understand how she should be played, so should not be an issue here. Okay, so we're getting right into the first game here. I like to think about when I go into a game, what sort of things can I do to help my team win. And with this comp that you have right now, your team is looking to get onto the point and hunker down with your turrets, your Ryan's holding shield, you can support your Bastion, and obviously, your healing pylon as well. So this is the first mistake I noticed you made. Symmetra places a nice TP up onto the point, and your team should all be taking this. Your Ryan can go through here, your Moira can fade through it. You and Bastion need to take this turret here, or this TP here. So you would be set up on the point. You could get your pylon down, your Ryan would be walking in, your Moira would be fading in. I don't know what your Bastion's doing. He missed it or something. He could go around the long way, but you need to have taken this for sure. Now your team's kind of split. You're getting walked on here. Yeah, you don't have enough heals to support against Mercy Pocket, Cass, and a Tracer, so you're kind of screwed. And yeah, I'm just rotating anyway, so it's just like, well, if you guys were all together, that wouldn't have happened. So, big issue there. Pylon placement's a really important part of Alari's gameplay. I think this is okay. I would have gone a bit higher. I know you said you haven't really played Alari, but you really do not want your pylon to get touched because, one, once it gets damaged, it goes on like a cooldown before you can even break it, and two, if it gets broken by the enemies, it goes on a long cooldown, and this is basically all of your heals. So, yeah, you really gotta actively protect your pylon. I think a bit higher would have been good. It's good range, so I think this is good to turn there. Can't let them just shoot you for free. But this is where I feel like you're kind of panicking here. You're like turning around, trying to shoot the Tracer. You're trying to heal the Ryan. You're like looking for other people to shoot. One thing that I say is that I see people that try and like panic and like, oh, I gotta figure out the exact right thing to do, or oh, I gotta do like everything, But in my opinion, it's better to just focus on one thing, even if it's not the most optimal thing you could be doing. Maybe just do one thing well, right? Either try and pressure out that Tracer or keep your Rhine up, but I feel like you're kind of flicking back and forth crazy. Especially when you're on a new character like this that you said you haven't played. Don't try and like overwhelm yourself. I don't use her right-click heal very much at all. In combat, that is. It's high heals, but you need to be in like a bad position to heal up a tank. You have to be like right on them. It puts you in a bad spot a lot of the times. So yeah, I would have mostly focused on shooting and trying to eliminate a target, and hoping my my Moira and my Paladin can keep everybody sustained. Bit of a feed there. So okay, maybe let's talk about what I think good Paladin placeage is. I would put your pylon, see my cursor, right up here. It has good coverage. It's really hard for them to destroy. They'd either have to walk in, or maybe they can like angle it from like right here, but again, that's pretty dangerous. So yeah, I think right here is really good spot to put it. See, again, like here, like, I get you want to heal him a little bit, but he's being healed by the turret and this. I would more focus on what's going on over here, or trying to shoot the Tracer too. But yeah, this is a pretty early nano boost they get out here. Yeah, it's hard to get out. I would not have walked out here. I keep trying to survive, but I don't think it's worth it. I would just die on point with my team here. Because if you try to run away, they have a Tracer. They can just kind of run you down. You're she's way more mobile than you, and then you might just get risking staggered more. So I think just fight on the point with your team here, even after your Ryan goes down. So you give opponents like really early. Like you're traded 1-for-1, right? This fight is still kind of winnable. I don't see why you decide to get out. And your sim commits wall here. I definitely would have stayed and fought this. Yeah, I mean, team's going down, but they were down you. You were up 4v3 there for a second because the Mercy was rezzing. So you could have looked to push the advantage, especially with the sim wall going up. So I think it was a pretty big mistake there. But anyway, you've grouped up here. And okay, so you've left that pylon. Make sure you manually destroy this pylon so the enemy doesn't come and destroy it and put it on a long cooldown. You really want to actively be destroying your own pylon with the, I think default is F to destroy it, because then it comes right back. But yeah, you don't want to leave it just hanging around to get destroyed. So I'd be looking to ult like right about now, right? Like you've kind of seen they're all close to the front. You want to go in while Ryan still has lots of shield, so you can actually charge it and try and ignite some people. So yeah, pretty much as soon as my sim pops the CP, they're gonna all kind of look at her, pop your ult, and go for it. So especially now that your Ryan's in, right? Also, this is don't put your pal on the ground because it's way too easy to even accidentally destroy. It's better to get down a little bit slow and but into a better spot. Okay, so you pop your ult. I think that's okay. I think you shoot it a little bit too quick though. Just kind of scope out where people are. I mean, you shoot it at like one person, but if you just waited and saw they're all, like, you see the Mercy back here, they're obviously like gonna be a DPS back here. Shoot it further back, you'll get all three. If you shoot it too close, you only get one, which isn't that bad. But you get that one ignite or the one hit, so focus the Ana. Like don't shoot the Mercy pocketed cast. Shoot this Ana who's sunstruck. Definitely replace your pylon too. Like you put it down in a bad spot to start, but you have an opportunity to move it now. So yep, we got destroyed, and now it's on a 10-second cooldown. Probably doesn't, or 12-second. Probably doesn't matter. I think your team's still fine, but it's just a bad habit. Yeah. Okay, we haven't done it yet. Yeah, this is too low. It's too easy for them to just accidentally, shoot it. Get it up higher here. I feel like through all the gameplay you watch, I feel like sometimes you're just too passive. Like you're doing nothing right now. You know they're coming in. You see the May wall go up. You hear it go up. Look to see what she's got. She's got a ram. Like swing on him and shoot him or something. Like she gets a big wall. She expects her team to go in with her, and nobody's helping her. Okay, and this is a really big misplay here. This is not the priority, right? Your soldier can run away. There's a mini right there. He has his healing pad. He can run in and get healed by the pylon. You're leaving your team to go just do this. Your Ryan shatters, but he doesn't get enough support. There's no follow-up, so it just leads to nothing. That was a really bad play there. Yeah, use your outburst quicker. Maybe you could have gotten away, but probably not. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I think, yeah, not taking TP there was good. That would have been just suicide. This is good placement here. They really have to walk in. I would say you need to be focusing the Pharah more. Like you're not even like looking for the Pharah, but you're probably the best counter to Pharah on your team. Just look to try and get a headshot or two. This is like so passive here. Like, swing wide and try and do something. Get your pylon down to heal your backline. Just swing this. Try and get some damage to or something. I think this would have been a really good time to pop ult as well. Your Rhein's in. They're all clumped up on the nanoed ram. But it's too late. Get the visor through. Yeah, this is pretty late here, but it's mostly wasted. It's okay. I really don't agree with doing this. Now your pylon's on a big cooldown rise, pushing in. Backline, your Sim's dead, yeah. Okay, here. Okay, so this fight was pretty much lost, but your Ryan goes for Shatter anyway. So, it's a big Shatter. What should you do? You should try and kill a squishy that is shattered, but instead you heal like a full HP Ryan, and then shoot a full HP Ram when there was like a Pharah laying on the ground here. Like, shoot the Pharah. Try and kill at least somebody. So this duel was taken wrong. Throw Pylon on this corner and chill a little bit. Get a little more HP, because I mean, everybody knows this cast is coming to kill you, right? He just got you weak. He stuck you. I mean, yeah. Walking into this was not a good idea, but I mean, this fight is pretty much over. Okay, so you know you're coming back with 90%. This is 100% of the time you have to swap, especially because you're low on ult charge. Swap to like Lucio or Kiriko, somebody that can get back quicker than just walking. Because you're not sacrificing. You're not getting ult again, really. So you don't have to worry about that. And by the time you get back to this fight, the fight's over. Mei's dead. Soldier's dead. You're no longer really have the ability to kill anybody. So yeah, I mean, it was just, there's no way you were getting back in time to actually influence this fight on Alari. Yeah, that's the match, or that's the point. So yeah, like I said, Alari's like my least played hero out of your hero pool he played, so I don't have like, you know, insane tips, but I think I gave you a couple useful things to think about. Baptiste is like probably my most played support these days, so I got a lot for you here. This is just more of like a habit to get into. Like, just watch your crosshair placement. Like, I know it's not relevant now, but you're like, you spend a lot of time like looking down and like at the ground, and it's just like, pretty much all the times I like to keep my crosshair at head height. It's a good habit to get into. Because even now when you're like kind of wanting it, it's still low. Like, you don't bring it up until it's like, I get it, you're swinging now, but just, it's a good habit. Build good habits all the time. Okay, so you should know there's a Widow. You hear the sniper call out by one of the characters, and then you hear the Widow shot. So I would not be peeking right here. I think you could swing right and be on the right side of this, or you could play a little bit behind the cover, but I would play a bit more aggressive. You could even walk up here and try and challenge the soldier. Like, a soldier versus Baptiste, that's a favorite matchup for you in like close range situation. So I would go. You might not kill him, but you could just force him out and maybe try and pressure the Widow on the backline from up in this server room. But like, just walking back and forth on here is super dangerous. I mean, this Widow is just like scoped in at you. I know, like, right now at least you have a 6 shield up, but he's gonna have to recall it at some point, and they're looking at you. So just a thing to think about. Yeah, there's no, okay, so yeah, just like here, like I said, he has to recall the shield at some point. And you are walking back and forth in their line of sight. So, yeah, be a bit more careful. Because if you look from their perspective, right, if you went on this kind of, this side over here, this like wall is blocking, you could force them out of position to try and challenge you. So yeah, right now they're pretty much getting to free fire your team. I guess it's too late to go for the soldier now because you're already getting collapsed on by the enemy team. Yeah, so you're still doing the same thing. You know, it's pinged. Be very careful. I think you should be aggressively fighting for server room control on the left side here, because your team is going to lose engagements out wide in the open just based on your DPS picks. Like, you're just slowly going to get picked down by this Widow. So you got to fight for more close range stuff. Make the Widow get out of position to try and help her team. It's an okay lamp. I don't think this Valgo's going to die, but it's good to be careful. But you might have needed it sooner than you realized. So, you know, I feel like lamp is like probably the hardest cooldown in the game to manage because it's so long and it has deployment time. It's a really hard decision to know when to lamp correctly. So I get it's difficult, but I don't think that was 100% necessary. So yeah, this is a really good ult here. Again, this server room, so you're kind of protected by the center thing from the Widow, especially if you play this corner, and they're all right here. So this is really good window. You got some good target priority too. I like what you're doing. So what I would do here is, as soon as my lamp pops, I would throw lamp right here so the Widow can't shoot it, and then swing her and challenge her. Because if you can get one burst on her head, she's gonna die. So yeah, lamp down, shoot through the window, try and kill her. And yeah, your Moira's got the right idea. Push her now that you're up. Like, walk through cover and try and jump up and kill her. Because I feel like a lot of players like always expect the DPS to be the ones to counter everything. But sometimes they're not, and you need to be ready to counter every single problem on every single role. So in this case, that would be switching to like Kiriko or Lucio and trying to pressure out the Widow, because right now they're a big problem for your team. Yeah, I think this is, you know, pretty good positioning, pretty good everything. This is a little positioning thing here. It's mostly good, but you walk like too far forward. When you're playing Baptiste in these close range fights, you want your whole team in front of you, so it's really easy to do the like shooting, then heal, grenade, weave. So it's like shoot, heal, and you can just like it's a really easy flick down. When you walk up and get like these people behind you, then it's like you have to like swipe all the way to the left and shoot the ground. Makes it a bit more difficult. Yeah, this is a good bit better. Yeah, that was not a great lamp. It was not needed yet. Okay, so your teammate has swapped to Sombra, so now it's not really your job to contest the Widow anymore. It should mostly be dealt with. Okay, so this is an important thing. This is a really good map for Baptiste, and a big reason why is you play server room. And if you get pushed out, you can super jump and get up onto this ledge up here, which is a really powerful position to get away from people. Didn't need it here, but it's just something I would think about. That was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I really look, especially now they're off Widow. So I would spend a lot of time up on the ledge there. They're gonna have a hard time contesting you up there. So, just something to think about. I spent a lot of time on Baptiste there on this map. Or Lifeweaver too. That's a good spot for them as well. I think this is pretty good. So here you're kind of healing nobody. This is a really good time to shoot the Sig shield down. Because this is like a really important mitigation tool for the Sig against a Mauga. Because his grasp lasts or the cooldown is so long, he can't do anything while he has grasp up. So if you can make his shield non-exist, it'll really help your Mauga out. So this will really focus on the shield while you have the opportunity. This is, yeah, I would have already windowed. Use it to hyper heal your team out here. Also, this is too much challenge. Again, should have already windowed and killed this Sig. That's too late. And also this, I like trying to shoot people that are doing a lot of stuff, and Ana is probably the best player on their team. They're getting so much value. But this is not the time. This is not the time to shoot a full HP on. They can just back up and LOS you. Because by the time you really can do anything, this fight is already over, pretty much. Yeah, you needed to have used your window this fight to heal your Mauga. Fight's over. So yeah, I think that I saw some good things from you on Baptiste there. I feel like your mechanics are okay. I would put some time into training your weaving on Baptiste, your heal slash shooting weaving. Maybe I'll show you some about that. But yeah, I think your lamp usage isn't great, but I don't blame you. I mean, I still have pretty bad lamp usage. It's very difficult ability to use because its cooldown again is so long, it has to deploy time. It's not easy, so I don't blame you there. I didn't really ever see you use your super jump effectively this entire point. It's a nice part of Baptiste's kit. Like again, I wouldn't spam it when they have hit scan like Widow or Soldier, but you could have used it to get some better positions. I've talked about the Sig shield. You gotta take that thing down for your Mauga. It's big value for you there. So yeah, that's the first game down. Get on to the next one. Well, actually, I'm gonna show you something first, but I'll get to that. Okay, so here in the custom games, I wanted to show you a valuable resource. This is a custom code made by Seda, who's like the best workshop or useful workshop code maker. He's a really good guy. Makes a lot of useful stuff. So I'll hop in here. This is most popular. It's an aim trainer. Has all the heroes. So you can go to the warm up. You know, this is just general like aiming and stuff. You know, nothing too crazy, but this is what I want. Not what I wanted to show you. What I actually wanted to show. Oh, I didn't mean to go all the way out. My bad. It's in the same code, but it's called the challenge. And there's like specific. Some heroes have specific challenges for them in this mode. So this one, you have to stay in this square and kill people to go up levels while keeping this Roadhog alive. So this will kind of help you with your like going between damage and healing effectively. So if you want to kill somebody, I can I can focus them down, but my Roadhog's going down. So this will help you do like your shoot, heal, shoot, heal, shoot, heal. So this will help you practice trying to keep people like a tank alive while getting your same value from. God, it's hard to do while I'm talking. Okay, I can't do it and talk at the same time. I'm not that talented. Let me restart what I was saying. It will help you practice shooting and healing at the same time. Gotta get that rhythm down if you're gonna play some Baptiste. Sorry, I thought I was gonna be better about explaining it while I was doing it, but I'm not that good, I guess. But yeah, just a good resource. Show you the code if you didn't see it. Vaxta, VAXTA, and this is good. This is good stuff for all heroes. I would recommend checking this resource out. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna get on to your second game code now. Okay, so we're in the second game here on Blizzard World. Roll on the Kiriko. I think Kiriko's a great choice, pretty much always. It's a really broken hero, so good call here. Yep, looking to do some damage early. I like that. So realistically, there's nothing you could have done to save this Hanzo in time. You wouldn't even have known there was a Sombra yet. Um, so yeah, they just get, I think, hit with a Zen Orb at the same time. Get headshot by Zen. At the same time, they get hacked in Virus. There's no way you could react to this. So this wasn't your fault. But, so you're now aware they have a Sombra. You kind of have an idea of where they're at. So, okay, let's think about this for a second. Who on your team is vulnerable to a Sombra? Looking at this, it is just your Hanzo. Everybody else should be able to care for themselves against Sombra for a decent period of time. Okay, but you are probably next on the list of vulnerabilities, so don't be surprised they're coming for you. So the way you kind of play against Sombra when you're a bit vulnerable is play close to cover. I'm trying to think where they're going to want to hack you from the back, right? So, I really need to get better at like moving around. Okay, I'm not very good in the replay viewer. So like playing on these boxes could have been good. You can assume they're gonna hack you from like here or here. So like you can kind of like stray from these boxes and try and break LOS on the hack. A couple of things that you could have done, like played on back here, played more close to your team. But oh, that's the wrong Kiriko. Again, shouldn't be a problem. You're playing here is fine. Like I'm just giving you some general ideas, but where you're at is okay. Because you see, you get hacked and you kind of walk on here. This is really good. They have to like walk into your team to do anything. So you've effectively neutralized this. Okay, so this wasn't great. You cannot walk back into a diva like this. This diva should have, like, as soon as this instantly kills you, do not walk into a diva. That's like the worst character to walk into. But then you're forced to TP out. You should have Suzed yourself too. Pretty vulnerable right here, but luckily make it out. Okay, so their Sombra's down, so you're good to play a little bit for yourself for a little bit, but you need to be sitting on your Hanzo, right? Like play at the same angles as your Hanzo, because you do the damage roughly the same way. You kind of spam down these long open areas, so like playing with him is fine. You still be able to heal your Orisa. Your Sombra cares for herself, and your Moira is also pretty self-sufficient. So yeah, play sitting on your Hanzo here. I think you maybe got confused by your own Sombra. I know it's a little bit confusing, but their Sombra was dead, so yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is okay. So let's just go back a little bit. So I think you should have been over here in the first place. 2, like you see, they're kind of collapsing in. Use your TP right now to get to your Moira and help your Hanzo. Because this is too late, right? You're taking damage. You walk out again too, which gets you even lower. So you TP out at 139 HP instead of 250. So you're already half HP. And then you walk back into where they're going to be coming around. So you try an LOS attack, it doesn't quite work. You got to be like spamming Suzed yourself here. And again, you walk into a diva, and this is what ultimately kills you. Like, you do a good job surviving this. You didn't really hit any shots, but you maneuvered well. But then you swing back into the diva, which you can't do that. They go from doing like no damage from like a couple meters away to doing like the highest damage when you're right in their face. So, really can't do that. Switch to Brig. Brig is fine here. I think Kiriko is still better. But okay, so like people say Brig is a Sombra counter, and it is to some extent, but it's not just like they're playing Sombra, you pick Brig, and now you are countering them, right? That's not how it works. You have to actually do the things that counter Sombra. So what that entails here is it's the same thing I said earlier on Kiriko, but now especially more because you don't have the same ability. You need to be sitting on your Hanzo. Nobody else on your team is vulnerable to this Sombra. Or, sorry, this Sombra. It is only your Hanzo. You need to keep them up. This is pretty good discipline. I don't know if you did this intentionally or not. I see a lot of, like, I mean, I still do this a lot too. Like, it's a bad habit. I'm like, oh, I have whip shot him. I whip shot him. Do damage. But it pushes him away from your team. So you didn't do that here, which is nice. Again, I don't know if that's what you're thinking about, but you didn't. So, good. So, yeah. Okay, again, should be seeing your Hanzo 1 and 2, especially when there's a Sombra. Like, you're not doing anything right now. So swing your hammer. It extends your range, and it scares the Sombra. She can't, like, move close to you at risk of getting decloaked. So when you're not doing anything, swing. There's no reason not to. And 2, I don't think this positioning is great, because again, if this Sombra jumps your backline, you have a really hard time getting to them in an effective amount of time. Also, just send a whip shot over there. For some reason not to. It's a pretty quick cooldown. This is too passive, right? You're just doing nothing. You're full HP, you got your shield. Swing this corner and try and do something. Yeah, there you go. Got an Inspire proc. I'm not one of the Brig coaches that like puts too much emphasis into Inspire uptime. I think some people overstate its importance and leads to people playing too risky. But especially when you have all your resources, like go for and hit the whip shot. Which you did, but do it more often. Again, like yeah, go to your Hanzo, yeah. Okay, so this is good, but throw a pack here. Do not let your Sombra or your Hanzo die here. Like it's just not worth the risk. Just throw it out there. So I'm pretty sure if this D.Va had decent aim, that Hanzo would have been dead. Okay, nice. Trying to be a little bit quicker with your packs there. Yeah, there's a little bit of window for a kill to go through. I feel like you are being a bit conservative with your packs. Generally, if this number here, your pack number, is at 3 for a long period of time, it means you're being too conservative because you're missing out on heals that could be going to you. It used to not be as big of a deal because there was no passive regen for the rest of your team, so it was like, well, you'll heal them eventually, or your other healer will heal them up, get some ult charge. But now it's like, if you let them sit there with your packs on cooldown, they're just gonna passive regen that HP that you could have healed, and nobody gets ult charge on passive regen. So, like, don't let this sit on 3 for too long when someone's missing HP. You need to try and get across here. Like, I don't even know why you were swinging right like this. I mean, you're already out of position here, and when you get EMP'd, you can't shield bash. So this is bad positioning. You should have. I mean, you knew they had EMP. They've had EMP for a while. Right? Like you definitely knew they had it. I guess I'll say that's a really important thing to be tracking as a support player is the enemy team's ultimates. You had to have known they had EMP here, and this is terrible positioning for EMP. Because again, you get separated, you can't bash across, and then you're screwed. Alright, yes, this was... Okay, so you need to be just chilling. Play safe. Okay, so this is not what you do. Okay, just look how long you like stand still here. This is like seconds of standing still. So you hear, like, where is their echo? You hear this flight, they're above you. If they had swung up here and full stuck you, you would have just died full stack beam, you're dead. You're lucky they didn't go for you because they didn't know you were there, but they could have. They could have, and you would be dead. So don't stand still for like any reason. And especially the Sombra can just like no hack, just virus shoot you in the head and probably kill you too. So do not stand still, especially against this comp. And yeah, I would have been trying to deny this high ground this whole time. I think this is a decent time to drop an EMP here. Or an EMP rally. Could have been decent. You've used Cole now, so probably not a good idea to rally. But maybe if Cole doesn't get anything, it runs out. Okay. This is fine. Okay, so yeah, I like what you. This is really good discipline. I know you really want to go heal your team, but you make the right call. Sit on this card. I don't know if was there. I don't really know if their Sombra's trying to C9 it, but you know, especially if you're not in comms with your team. I don't know if you were, and they're not commenting she's out. You make the right play by sitting on card here. Your team should have known and played back with you. So. This even though this is like you're not doing anything, but this was the right call. Yeah, now you have like enough leeway if you gotta really pay attention to this, but or look for Sombra out here. But now you have enough time to where it's like you can come out here. So you see the Sombra, so you know you're a little bit safe. But I would not drop from this high ground because if like imagine the Sombra TP to your car right now, you could probably still make it back with shield bash and touch. So yeah, this is fine. I just want to point out, you got your rally when their Sombra used EMP, and you have not used rally yet, and they have EMP again. So you've held on to this rally for too long. Use it here. This is actually a decent usage, but unfortunately they just got their EMP. Which kind of negates your ult. I think this is still a good rally. It was just unfortunate they built their EMP so fast and like just got it as you were doing this. So it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, you had to use it there. It feels really bad to use that, but you had to. And fight's over. Again, I feel like you should have at some point swung to try and get a rally. Proc here would have been really useful. Or, not rally proc, inspire proc. Yeah, this is good aggression here, I like it. Yeah, I think that was a good sequence for me there. That was solid. I pretty much would have done the exact same thing. Again, try and like you leave your whip shot on cooldown for so long. Just try to get it through here. There's just no reason not to. Because, like, so you're missing out on ult charge, your Moira has to throw more healing orbs to make up for your lack of healing from your AoE healing, so they're missing out on damage orbs, so they're going to probably lose out on ult charge by not throwing damage orbs and being able to spray instead of having to use healing orbs. So it's just like, it's just a really, and also makes, like, fully healing your teammates enables them to play more aggressive. So when they're missing HP, they have to play less aggressive. You know, it's how it works. So then they're missing out on all charge. So it's like you're massively handicapping your team by not trying to get some more Inspire procs going through. Again, I almost never like hit that point so much, but it's really a big deficit to your game here. I really don't. I almost never let this ability just sit on cooldown. If it's on cooldown, I think I have a chance to hit somebody, I throw it. Okay, so I don't know if you had time to react to this. It's the replay viewer can kind of like mess with latency and stuff, so I don't know. If you knew that they were throwing this bomb, don't rally. I can't tell what happened first. It's replay viewer's weird. But if you had time to react, just block this with your normal shield and then pop rally, and it will refresh your shield HP. Because yeah, once this happens, you're basically wasted rally. Again, I can't tell if that was a mistake or it's unfortunate, but it was not good. And then I mean, it doesn't really matter, but here you swap to Zen. This is not the time to swap to Zen here. I mean, I don't know what. This is easy Kiriko swap and try and TP somebody on point. Maybe Lucio, but not Zen. No. Zen is probably the worst one you could swap to at this point in the game. Okay, so we go next. I think Zen's a good pick here. I think Zen's really good with Life Weaver. So, yeah, I really like the Zen pick. I will say, I'm like, in my head, I'm assuming they say Sombra. So you want to make sure you're in front of your Life Weaver. Because he is fine against, he's fine against Sombra. He has, good HP. He has his dash, healing is his pedal. You do not need to worry much about your Life Weaver against Sombra. So try your best to stay in front of him so he's more likely to be able to save you from the Sombra. Yeah, try your best to not let the Sig shield exist, which you're doing pretty well. This is kind of like a contentious issue. There are some really good Zen players that say you should just use your normal primary fire and try, because like primary fire is much higher DPS than volleys. It's like almost double the DPS in general. But I'm somebody that likes going for the volleys because, especially in situations like this, the burst damage if you can get a pick, it's really massive. So I do like your use of volleys, but just know that is a contentious point. I think you're too far back here. So your Sombra has really opened up the game. They've gotten through. They've drawn 2 of their backline to point. So you have to walk in here, try and kill this Sig, try and get some use out of your Sombra making that space for you. So that's a really good way for DPS to open up this point here. If they can't get picks, is just go Sombra Tracer and force point and make them come back. Because so the offensive advantage, like the advantage of being on attack is you get to choose when fights happen, right? You're engaging onto the enemy team, so you can more or less control when fights happen. The defensive advantage is they get to set up, right? They get to kind of control where the fight happens. So by your backline trying to create chaos and breaking their formation, it should like your tank and your backline, you and your Weaver, to walk in and try and take a fight that's more or less even. It's chaotic, it's wild, it's not them set up on high ground free shooting onto you. So you need to try and take advantage of this. But now it's too late. Yeah, this is too late to get your you know, it breaks, you should be really like aware of your Harmony Orb. I don't know if this would have changed much, but you know, their armor's almost gone by the time you get your Harmony Orb back on them. Really kind of makes it impossible for them to get out. Yeah, I'm not sure that would have actually made the difference, but I personally do not like this swap. I think Zen is the better pick than Ana here. I think Ana in general is the better pick than Zen in most dive compositions, but I don't think this is one of them. Because Ana's like advantage is that she can, in most dive comps, that she can heal the dive characters from far away. But just because of the geometry of this like point, you don't really get those line of sights. And Zen can just throw his orb on them and kind of sustain them for a couple of seconds as they go in, even with direct LOS. Plus, you're fairly close to trans. Like, this is like one fight and you have trans. And that would have been a good counter to like the Seagull maybe, or EMP if you could pop it in time. So I think this was a bad swap. Because now it's like you have like this issue where it's like, well, I want to play far back so I'm safe from the front line. I can heal my tank up, maybe get a shot or two on my Tracer and Sombra. But your Weaver has to walk up because he doesn't have infinite range shields. So then you get the situation where you're behind your Weaver and they have a Sombra and you're sitting there scoped in and she just comes, Virus, shoots you in the head and you're dead. So it's like this, like you have to play in bad spots as Ana against a Sombra to try and stay safe. And it just, to me, it's not as good as the Zen pick. Here, I'm 100% walking into this tree. Like, I get you're trying to play safe, but this spot you're in is much more dangerous than up on this corner. It's honestly a pretty nice sleep attempt. It's pretty close. Okay, so here, like, you have to play like he's gonna grasp any second. So don't throw your nade into him. Just throw it to like a place where the splash is gonna hit, but it's not gonna get eaten. So like back here or something. Because this would have killed him, right? If you throw it in and then probably punch him, he's dead. It would have been a massive pick for you guys. It's the same thing against like Genji deflect, right? Just don't throw your nade at him. Throw it at the floor, kind of in front of him or like to the side of him so he doesn't get to deflect off on it. So like, you see where your Tracer is playing, play this corner and scope in and try and sneak a shot onto her. Because you're just like shooting into like your basically full HP Ryan. You really need to prioritize trying to get an angle on that Tracer. Should just sleep up here and try and sleep this more out of Cole. It's worth it. This is kind of unfortunate. I'm nading this, nade and nano, because like they're gonna walk in on this low HP Ryan, and all of a sudden if you nade nano, he is full HP nanoed, and they've like committed to walking on him. I think you may have won this fight if you had nade nanoed like right away. So now they're down the tank, you need to walk in aggressively here with your team. Wait, what is your... Gee, I honestly have no clue what your Ryan is doing here. Maybe he was typing or something. This is really bad play from them. Your team needed to be so aggressive here. This was your one shot. That's kind of unfortunate. Again, pretty sure your Weaver had a chance to heal this. I don't think this is 100% you for not getting this heal off in time, but that's just really unfortunate for this push. Yeah, so I think the timing on this nano is as soon as he starts charging. I know he's gonna get hacked out of it, but it's like you would have given damage reduction against the stickies, would have been pretty good. Then you get a situation where like he's low HP, so your Weaver's like, well, my Ryan cannot die. Maybe will 100% lose this fight if he dies, so he grips. And then you've wasted grip. You've moved him out of position. He's trying to walk back in, but they just kite this. It was not ideal. And at this point, this fight's basically over. Just the ult advantage of positioning. They have EMP. Yeah. It's realistically nothing you can do to win this game from this point. Yep. Okay, so that was the second one. I feel like, again, I've kind of made this point clear. I disagree with the Ana swap. I think Zen was the better pick. I also kind of disagree with your swap in the first point as well. I think Kiriko was better than Brig. I think Brig is kind of overstated as a Sombra pick, especially if, like the way you were playing, if you're not going to sit on your sniper or your more vulnerable DPS, then what's the point of playing Brig? Because you were playing so passive, it was like you were pretty much just healing with your packs. You very rarely proc Inspire. So I just did not agree with that. I think you're playing a lot better on Kiriko. So yeah, I think that about covers it. I think I mean I do see some skill there. I think it could be attributed to Rust, as you said. I feel like your reactors were pretty slow at times, which, I mean, you can't really do much about your reaction time, but you can. It's more of an awareness issue. It's not like you had like a 400 millisecond reaction time. It was that you weren't being aware enough, and I think that costs your teammates their life sometimes. I feel like this whole time on Ana, you could have been looking for more damage. I feel like you didn't do much damage on Ana. A lot of times you were just like shooting into your like full HP tank, because I get it, because it's like, well, my Life Weaver's full HP, he's behind me, my DPS are out of line of sight, so what else am I gonna do than heal the tank who's missing 7 HP? But it's like, we'll try and scope in and try and kill a squishy in the back line. I do that so much on Ana. It's just like constantly do damage if there's not an immediate need to be healing. You'll build your ults faster, and I think you only got like 1 nano. Oh, you got 2, I think. I don't even remember. No, you only got 1. But that's just too slow, That was kind of your team's chance to break through as the big nano. It just didn't happen. So yeah, I hope I've covered everything you were looking for. If you have more specific questions about anything I talked about, you can reply to me in the comments of like the Reddit comment, or preferably the YouTube comment. It's a little bit better. I check that more frequently. So yeah, I hope this helped, and good luck in your future games.